you guys ready to talk about awesome? You want to hear about awesome? That's all I care about.
Awesome is awesome.
Let's get these words off the screen. Oh, there's more words. Okay, so kick-ass gameplay is more than just a great idea or a great mechanic. Really, to be pushed in the stratosphere of pure awesome takes a synthesis of the two. So today I'm going to walk you guys through a mausoleum of ideas that didn't quite make the cut and the things we've done to give them a spark. First up is the monk. So one of the cool things that came out of our brainstorming sessions was we wanted the monk to incorporate some kind of temple aesthetic into his skills. And we prototyped something here which is pretty awesome. It's basically the monk summons a huge temple and collapses it on his enemies, which is totally sweet. I think it's sweet. But it has some gameplay issues. It's too confusing. Each pillar requires a click. It takes up a lot of visual space on the screen, so we simplified it. Here we go. I'm gonna cast it on a spider. Oh, there it is. All right, so basically it explodes automatically. It's a lot easier to play, simpler to use, easier to understand. Doesn't take up as much space, but still kind of gets through some of that temple aesthetic that we were going for. So next up is the Demon Hunter. We knew that we wanted some kind of companion for the Demon Hunter, and there's a lot of ideas about what that could be. You know, a raven, which I think is the unruined version of the skill, is definitely one of them. Maybe a wolf. But we also tried some crazier ideas, like a floating skull. I don't know. Whose skull is that? It's friggin' huge. I guess he bites enemies. That's a bit magical. It doesn't really seem to work. We also tried a floating sword. I love floating swords. They're awesome. But on a Demon Hunter, it doesn't really seem to work. You know, it's kind of more arcane. I could see a wizard having a floating sword that floats around and like smashes enemies. So we replaced it. We went with something a little more basic, a little bit more corporeal. We went with like a bat. I guess he bites enemies and like sucks their blood for you or something. I mean, it's pretty sweet. It's got some shadow stuff on him too, so it's a little bit more in the physical realm. It's something I would expect a Demon Hunter to have following him around, slaying the allies of hell. We also gave him something a little cute. I love these little guys. Oh, little ferrets. That's awesome. I'm going to call that one Bitey. I love ferrets. So some ideas are just awesome right off the bat. They go in the game, they're totally sweet, and you don't really have to do much to them. This is called Call of the Ancients, which summons the Ancients from Diablo 2 to come in and slay enemies on the battlefield for you. You love it, right? I love it too. When I first joined the project, Julian Love described it to me, and I was so excited to flip my desk over. Pencils and everything are just going everywhere. So, love this skill. You know, it's not just hero skills that need to be awesome, it's also monsters. I mean, monsters have got to be awesome, so you feel more awesome for slaying them. So, first up is the Goatman Shaman. Picture here, you're going to kind of see that he has a lightning shield, which he casts on himself, and when you hit him when he has a lightning shield on, it does damage to you, it returns damage. It's a great mechanic, it's a great idea, but if a shaman could really only do one thing, what would he do? When I imagine myself as a shaman, I think, fury of the elements, savage, bestial, chaotic, smothering my enemies in an avalanche of frost, consigned to an icy grave. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, hit him with the frost. Oh, you died. It's an upgrade, it's more awesome, I don't know. All right, so another monster we have, this guy shows up in Act 2. He's a rockworm. He's definitely not inspired by a desert-themed sci-fi universe at all. So get that idea out of your heads. Don't even think about it. So this is our first implementation, which is pretty cool. He has a cool intro, but he's kind of like a lot of other monsters we have. So we wanted to spice it up. So now what he does, still bursts out of the ground, but if you're unlucky enough, he's actually going to catch you and eat you. Yeah, spits you out. That's what I'm talking about. That gets my blood boiling. All right, GG guys, that's all I got.